Hey guys, what's up? It's Roosty from the Finn FM and welcome back to my Football Manager 2016 series called the Finnish Legend. And last time we were supposed to actually meet was Kievo Verona, but I did play and record that game, but I had some audio issues with that one, and well, audio issues. There was no audio in the video, and I really didn't want to redo the audio, just do an overlay to that track. So I just scratched that one and thought that we will come back to AC Milan game, which we are facing today. Sorry about that. Sometimes happens. And we played quite a few games since we last time met. I think it was Latina Calcio in the last episode. So let's go see how we have done since. And there's the Latina Calcio game, a 3-0 victory, which was really good for us. And then we met Sassuolo. Really tight game, really tight game. It was a fun game to actually watch and play. It was exciting. I got a goal from Milik and a brace from Mihailo Ristic, which was really good stuff. Then we met Ludogorets Razgrad, and I wasn't happy about this game. I mean, 2-2 home game against the worst team in our group. Really didn't like how the things played out. As you can see, they came back in the later stages of the game, and I was really pissed about that. Couple of guys sent off, one from both sides. We got a goal from Bonazzoli, scored from penalty, and Saponara. And yes, Grillo got thrown out. After that, Atalanta Bergamo at home. I think Atalanta was like 5th at that time. Now draw, goal from Milik. Not too much of a performance, and a third draw in a string, but this was not so bad because Roma is at second position of the league. But the way Roma came back into the game, 2 goals in 2 minutes, wasn't too too pleased about that. I got goals from Figueras and Zruti, and I was really thinking that is this gonna turn out the draw fest of the last season, since my early start has been really good. But yeah, 3 draws in a row, and then we had the game where I recorded Kiev Verona game, and that was a walkover. Antonio Capelli got sent off on the 42nd minute. I got goals from Ristic, Liebel, and Milik. That was good stuff. The only thing was that Pionist got injured in that game. And then we went to see Arsenal, and obviously, that game got us qualified from the group, and we're facing Manchester City on the first round of the knockouts on Champions League. So we're just gonna have to see how will that play out. But yeah, 2-2 against Arsenal. Again, we scored 2 goals at the early stages of the game, and they just came back later on, as is the story with these games also. So I am kind of seeing a pattern here. So that is what has been my story so far gaming wise. We're gonna go see the Serie A table and see the stages here. We're still leading the league fairly easily. Well, in parallel points with AS Roma. Juventus is 6 points behind us, so things are looking good. Obviously, we have one game less played than Roma, and we're actually playing that game against Milan now, so it's an important game for us, and I'm just gonna hope that we're gonna get a good result against AC Milan and keep commanding the Serie A, which is our the goal for the season is to win Serie A and take away the throne from Juventus eventually, because Juventus has won it gazillion times in a row. So that's our goal for the season. Well, one interesting part of news is that I actually didn't plan it on to do this season, but I really didn't have a tactical reach I wanted to have in my team with the three tactics I have trained. So I brought in a tactic which is actually inspired by the era of Vadim Boskov when he was managing Sampdoria at the early 90s, when Sampdoria won their, the only Scudetto, and they won at least one European competition. I can't be sure. I can't remember everything, but yes, it was a tactic on my Vojvodina save in Serbia, which was to homage the Vadim Boskov, and it was a tactic I used there. It's kind of like work in progress, but I brought into my Samp save because I think thought what a heck, it's Sampdoria inspired tactics, so might as well use it in my Sam team. So let's go check that out. So here it is, Jellyfish 0.1. It's a 4-3-3 tactic, which is actually the formation that Boskov used with the early 90s Sampdoria when Mancini and Vialli and Virkovot and the guys played for that team, Paliuca, and characters like that, legendary Italian football players. And the base idea of Jellyfish is, I can't remember if it was Bosco or somebody else who said it, that is to welcome a stranger with your open arms like a friend and hug them and stab a dagger between their ribs. So the idea is to kind of like lure the opponent to attack and give them space and then hit with everything you got and strike back. It's not the way Sampdoria played was they played counterattack tactic, and it was really kind of like rock and roll counterattacking football. But I have the base idea, which I approach every game, especially now against Milan, is that the mentality is defensive. I want to see at the starting part of the game. I want to see how the other team is doing, what are the planning, the formation and stuff like that, and then go from there. The team shape is structured. I really want to keep things tight at the start of the game. Don't have too much instructions at the start of the game. Structured obviously fairly wide. Play a lot of narrow. I want to go frame. I played a lot of pressing style tactics. I'm a pressing guy, but I really wanted to go, give the space, just lure them towards me. But obviously, when I get the ball, I want to, have a shorter pass into space. Play out of defense. My goalie is set to distribute to fullbacks and look for overlap with crosses, but I really want to keep this nice, clean, and simple. And when the game progresses and I see what opponents do and what my team does, I will eventually start reacting to the style of play. And that's why I don't have that many instructions, so I can for instance, if I feel that Bonazzoli is, stretched out, I feel Bonazzoli is left alone, I might do like switch in to work the ball in the box and stuff like that. So that's the idea of this tactic. You played Arsenal against it, and it worked pretty well at the start. And actually, Arsenal got the goals when I tried to be more defensive in the game. So hopefully we're not do that mistake against AC Milan, but obviously we have to see how the game starts to develop. So hopefully you got something out of that. The set pieces and stuff, corners and that, they're just like they were in Italy Blast or Genoa Blast. They're the same, which I've been using in this FM16. And player instruction wise, the only instruction I have at the start of the game actually is that Donnarumma will distribute the fullbacks, and that's it. And the main guys responsible for this, if we start going forward, are my fullbacks, Ayer guy and guys. These are the guys that I'm looking for there in support role to switch from defense to offense. These are the guys I'm looking for. Obviously, Guys is an amazing playmaker, so might as well keep them there. Player roles wise, these are just in the making because I think I had like box-to-box midfielder in Vojvodina here, but I really don't have that kind of player at my disposal in Sampdoria because Ayer is not that fast. It's not that pacey. I mean, he's got teamwork and stuff, and stuff like that, but it's not that pacey. So, if I manage to get a really dynamic central midfielder, this is a subject that I could use this as a box-to-box midfielder. We will have to see that. Hopefully, this makes any sense to you. So, let's head into the game and see how will this new tactic for Sampdoria, produce against AC Milan. We are at the previous screen. The referee is Antonio D'Amato. 25 matches refereed this season. He's been dishing out yellow cards quite a lot and a couple of red ones. The weather is gusty, 6 degrees above, very good pitch. And AC Milan manager is, what is this, Hein van Zeebrugge? Don't know actually how to spell that. 54 years old, he has been to Milan for 200 days. Obviously, Alessio Romagnoli, their center back, is their key player and captain. And 20 matches played, they used really Italian-looking tactics. 3-1-3-1-2 or 3-2-3-2 defensive midfield attacking. This is predicted. So it seems and looks pretty wide, but we will have to see how things start to play out in the game. So let's head into the starting lineups. Here we are at the starting lineup screen, and AC Milan is coming out 3-1-3-1-2 defensive midfielder. And Jan Gilson is their goalkeeper. Romagnoli, Ahmad, Saint Just is their defensive three. Sami Khedira is the defensive midfielder. Valdivia, Ilaramendi, and Menes is their midfield. Lucas Lima is their attacking midfielder. And Ayose Perez and Paca are the two strikers they are fielding. And I am going out with my Jellyfish on point 1. Donnarumma at goal. Barachi, Lopez, Mamana, Figueras is the back four. Ayer, Geis, and Ristic is my midfield. Asensio and Zeruti are my attacking midfielders or wingers, since Pione Sisto is injured. And Federic Bonazzoli starts at the striker. And subs, Medel, Lamana, Pinzon, Silva, Melek, Kresitis, Sapnara, Grillo, Garcia, Libold, Sisto. Okay, actually, Sisto is not injured anymore, but I don't think he's in good shape. I can't figure out this new skin. I'm still trying to desperately get it to work, but yeah, I guess he's in pretty good condition. I mean, he was injured in the, I think it was the Kievo game, but he rested out against Arsenal. Okay, Sisto and Lukic are my subs. So let's have some instruction for these guys. Apply advice to the team as Team Quantum wants to do all sorts of stuff, and we just go along with him. Continue to a team talk, and we have been proving a point a lot lately. I'm just gonna go with let's give fans something to talk about and cheer about and start the game right there. Guys with the ball, Mamana to Figueras, place it to end of highlight, obviously. What I did do actually is that I took out the extended, so we're looking key highlights now, so maybe these games don't last that long. Ahmad plays it to Bakab. Figueras is there to get the ball. Zeruti plays the Bonazzoli. Bonazzoli plays to Asensio, and Silson is able to save that. And Geis with a corner floats one in towards Ayer, but that is headed away. Zeruti plays back to Geis, but he is offside. And actually, my assistant says we're struggling to keep the position. Romagnoli to Menes, to Ilara, to Lucas Lima. And Barachi is there, but he just fumbles with the ball, and Ayose is there to head one in. Good stuff, Cristiano Barachi. He just totally fumbled with the ball, and actually he fell over. I'm not sure if Valdivia actually fouled him, But yeah, Iozi just runs and my defender doesn't do squat to actually, and Asensio is actually injured with a twisted ankle. Asensio floats one in, and there's Lisandro Lopez, and he puts the game even straight from the corner. That was actually the first key highlight. After that one, Asensio floats one in. Lisandro is there to head that in, and we are even. I need to go check out how Asensio is doing. Not doing great. We need to put somebody in there. I'm gonna put actually I'm gonna put Pione Sisto there. I'm gonna put him. He can actually stay as a winger because he cuts from left wing, so that should be good. Confirm this and say to Sisto that hey man, I have faith. He looks happy, so everything is good. A yellow card, which is good. And for Livia with a free kick, and Donnarumma is able to save that. Really good match by the pundits so far, so let's go see what we got. Mamana was probably the guy who actually let the goal in, so let's see. Not that bad actually. I'm just gonna go have some stats here. AC Milan and Kedira is actually doing really well in passing department. Other than that, we're keeping these guys really in good check. But what we really want to see is we're gonna go and see how we're doing in positions. So yes, overall, okay, so Sisto is he's actually quite near to our midfield. This was something that didn't happen. So this is due the marking and stuff that they do. So yes, that's overall. We got like space here, and let's see, without the ball and with the ball, it's basically all the same. Want to see how Milan is doing their stuff. They're really narrow. Wow, they are narrow. We got a bunch of players right here. And what we want to do here is go to tactics overview and, start going on the flanks. Start going on the flanks a bit more and maybe even more wide. So yeah, that's the plan. And see how that actually works for us. I'm just gonna put in some team talk here. So yeah, no proving a point. Well, let's go with that. Nobody actually was that inspired of that. So yeah, the only thing is left is to do the opposition stuff, apply advice, and we got even more advices. Whoops. And we are there. Ayose to Chesty to Ilara to Gerson, and that's the end of highlight. Livia and plays it to Burachi. Burachi with the ball. Ayer to Geis. Back to Burachi. Is he gonna cross? He's gonna cross. Bonazzoli is there, and it's. I think it hit the front post, the near post, and then just clattered in some fashion. Burachi crosses. Bonazzoli is there, and it hit the crossbar actually. And we're leading after 56 minute, and they're making substitutions. Ilaramendi is coming off, and Calabria is coming in. Let's see what this is all about. He's the winger, so we gotta close him down, show him just weaker foot, and we're gonna go see actually what happens here. We don't need to do substitution just yet, but that time is not too far away actually. Okay, 63 minutes, 65. Okay, Christopher Ayer is starting to feel tired here, so we're gonna go to advanced tactics, and we're gonna switch Ayer off. Figueras is also he's Figueras is also feeling tired, but I'm gonna put Pinzon. He has huge work rate and stuff like that. So I'm gonna put Pinzon in there. Go forward a few minutes and see how that plays out for us. Okay, so we're still at defensive, but we'll switch things around a bit. So yeah, 66, 67, almost 70 minutes played, 71, 72, and this. Okay, Ahmad is coming off, so let's see that. Nacho, where are you going, Nacho? Nacho is going at defense, so we're gonna not do anything about that. But I need to take Figueres off. He's so tired, and Zimmer is not there, which is great, so I'm not gonna take him off. This is interesting. Aristich is also at 69, so we're gonna bring in. Nenad Krisitic will come in. So these are the guys that we are going out with. I'm not really happy that I forgot to put Zimmer in the lineup. Come on, that's a rookie mistake. 73 minutes played, and it's something that might come and bite us in the back. Eventually 77, 78, 79th, 80th minute played. Really not much happening here, sorry. 85th, 86th, 87. Let's see how much are we going to get extra time here. Somebody just is in trouble. 3 minutes, come on. I mean, there's not that much injuries even happening. And full time, 3 points. Let's see, Bracci 7.9, Bonazzoli 7.3, Figueroa 7.4. All the defense did their bit. I mean, obviously Mamana raised up his game a lot from the mistake he made in the front, and yeah, really good stuff. We can see some analysis here after this game. So what did they do actually is I think they pushed that a bit forward. I think 39, 39. Look really narrow here, and then they didn't change that much actually, to be fairly honest. And see how we did. Thank you. So there you can see actually the form stays pretty well intact. So there's nothing more to that. I'm just gonna want to see some passing here. Okay, we got 30 key passes, which is good, and everything is related to areas around here, which is really good stuff. I'm gonna see how Milan did. They got only 22, and there's like this whipping passes from here and here, and they basically got forwarding passes 1, 2, 3. Say 1, 2, 1 and 2. I'm not even counting this. 1 and 2 just come in really dangerous areas. So looking good in their positional heat map for Milan is like this. So yeah, as you can see, not too much happening around here, which is great. And this is how we done it. Not too much happening there either. But yeah, as you saw, we played quite a lot wider than Milan. So there's the game for you. 2-1 victory over AC Milan, which is really good. I really needed this victory. So let's go see the schedule and see when we're gonna see ourselves next time. Okay, we actually want to see this. This victory gave us the 3-point cushion towards Roma, and we are actually 9 points ahead of Juventus and 12 points ahead of AC Milan. So things are looking quite sweet at the kind of like the half mark of the season. But let's see the schedule, and here is the Milan game. And when are we gonna see ourselves again? Does Torino, Cagliari, Frosinone, Bologna, Palermo? Would it be Palermo or Fiorentina? I think we are going to come back to the home game against Città Palermo. It's gonna be like 4 games in a row. I'm not sure. So either Palermo or Fiorentina, because the next game obviously will be the City City at home. Let's say we're gonna come back against Fiorentina away game, and the next game after that is City in the Champions League. So thanks guys for watching this, and I'm really sorry that there was so much games in between, but I'm really sorry that the audio didn't work in Kievo game. Sorry about that. But hopefully you liked this. If you did, just tap that like button, and if you like my content, please subscribe to my channel. And after this video, there will be a update post in my blog rousey.wordpress.com, which I sum up the first half of the season and tell you something about how people have done and so on and so forth. So I'm going to go more in detail into that. So hopefully you guys go check that out too. But until next time, I'll see ya.